All right, we got a little bit of change of plans. Instead of working on the red GSX, I'm gonna work on this one for a little bit. I'm gonna go through this thing tonight and get it all cleaned up. Throw some wax on the buffer and just go through and wax it all real good. Throw the sponsons on, get them sealed up. Once I do that, I got the water boxes out and inside of here, the water box is a muffler, so I got that out, and the electronics are back here too, so get them put back in. It's going to be 70 degrees here in East Tennessee, starting basically tomorrow. It's going to be like 70 degrees. One of these days, I hope to get her out on the water and get a nice little test run and see how it works with the different sponsons on it, and start enjoying the water out there. So here we go. All right, so let me give you a little idea of what I'm doing here. Show you how interesting and difficult this is. Sponson's gonna mount to the side. We got 4 bolts that go in here, or that go through, the studs go through here, and those studs come out through those 4 openings in the foam right there. Yeah. Here's one that I've already got that one on. That one's about the easiest one to put on, so I haven't put a nut on that one yet. Can't get in here to see it there. So anyway, kind of get an idea of what I'm trying to do here. Hard to get those. First of all, you want to put a washer on there, on the back, on against the hull, and then I like to have a lock washer too, and then a nut. Well, it's hard to. First of all, it's hard to, because that opening in that foam is so small, it's hard to get a washer in there unless you use like one of these things here, one of these expandable things where you can grab the washer and try to reach down in there and put the regular flat washer on, and then put a lock washer on behind it, and then feed the nut on there too as well and get that started. So what I've done is I have siliconed them all together into one single unit, so I can put the nut in my socket and then feed it in there and tighten them up that way. Anyway, that's the difficulty about all of this, is getting the nuts and the washers all the way back inside of there without dropping them in the hull. They're stainless steel, so they're non-magnetic. So if you drop them down in the hull, you can't just fish a magnet down there to get them back out. You got to kind of roll the boat over. A lot of times you don't find them until after you ride the SeaDoo a couple of times, and then you start taking the covers off down in here inside the engine compartment, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's a washer that I lost like 3 weeks ago, and then you go up here and like, oh, there's a nut that I lost 3 weeks ago, and then you can find them all eventually later. Well, that's about as done as I'm going to get the body work, at least anyway, on this monster. Got the top all waxed down, got the bottom waxed down, used some heavy oxidizer remover, and it's going to be what it's going to be. So I had some issues with the sponsons, or else I would have got them on tonight, but my nuts and the bolts, the nuts and the washers didn't all stick together like I wanted them to. On the I silicone them all together. They're going to look like this. So they silicone them all together, and so I redid them again. And then I'm also short for them. I don't know what happened to them, but I only had enough for one side, so I got to go get washers and lock washers, and nuts for the other side tomorrow, and then I have to also get some more for that one too. That sponson's just sitting on there, so need to get a few things before I can get the sponsons slapped back on there, and we're gonna call it a night, and we'll catch up to you later.